Today we're going to show you guys our Civic / towing a John boat or a little boat setup. And so today we have Connery's the '08 Civic LX manual. You could tow with automatic as well. We just have a manual. And then what we're using, the tow hitch we're using is by E-Trailers, and that's like what, class 3?
Class 1.
It's a class 1 tow hitch. And we have here our little 14-foot Lumicraft John boat that we've had in the project for like the longest time, and it's still going, so I'm doing pretty good. This total setup right here, trailer, aluminum boat, plus motor, plus battery and trolling motor, probably weighs around 500-600 pounds. So that's like nothing for this little Civic to tow. That's why we've been using only a little Civic to tow. And we did had a truck, and we used a truck, but honestly it's just a waste of gas when you could accomplish towing with a little ass boat, little ass car.
Yeah, 600 pounds, you figure that's like 2 big guys sitting in the back trunk. So the Civic can pull it fairly good. I've made a lot of road trips with it too. I've already done we live in Tulsa, and I towed it to Table Rock once. Up and down the hills and everything too. So I'm not afraid to tow it 3 hours, 4 hours anywhere. It's Connery from Out of Work, and what I have is your basic weekend angler, first entry, whatever you want to call it. We have a Lumicraft 14-foot John boat. Pretty, self-explanatory on that. It's flat bottom. We have a trolling motor and a fish finder, a small engine, 9.9 horsepower. I do have a power pole on it. Most people won't have that. And that's pretty much it. I mean, that's the basic setup. It's got your lightweight trailer on it, and everything is pretty light. The whole package. I did the calculations one time, and it came to like 580 pounds with the trailer. Trailer's really light. Basically, if the boat wasn't on it, you guys should pick it up and move it around. So a lot of people are afraid that like a small Honda Civic can't pull it, but I've been doing it for 2 years. It does just fine. Up and down hills, you just have to downshift down a third, slow down, take your time sometimes, but it'll make it up the hills, no problem. The only flip side is you have to launch at an actual ramp. You can't just launch on a beach, which I learned by mistake. I got stuck on a gravel beach one time and I had to get pulled out. But other than that, any ramp, steep, not steep, real shallow, I've done it all, so it works just fine. It is intimidating at first because it was intimidating for me the first couple of months, but now that I've got maybe 100 trips done, it's no big deal.
Talk about your transmission and maintenance on it.
Oh, the transmission on the Honda Civic, maybe because it's a manual transmission, it is better off for towing because we can select which gears we want to be on. For the most part, if I can feel a little bit of stress on the engine, I'm in 4th gear. If I'm going up hills, it's either 3rd gear or 2nd gear, and I'll let the revs hang at 4,000, 5,000 RPMs. And I think that's just healthier for the transmission. Regular maintenance on a tranny. Every 2 years I flush the oil out, and I use your Honda fluids. Okay, let me show you the setup here, because when I was trying to put this together, I didn't have this video to help me out, so I had to kind of go in blind basically. But what I ended up going with is a draw tight trailer hitch. It's not Honda, so you have to buy it. You have to install it yourself. The installation's not that bad. Just take your time with it. And I think there's only 4 bolts on each side, and there's a bolt that hooks up right here on the emergency retrieval thing here, where you hook, and it bolts up to that, and you're pretty much done. The wiring is also another kit that I bought from eTrailers.com, and you basically unplug the tail lights and you plug them in. It's that simple, and that's just this piece right here. And then as for this is really low for towing, so you have to get a riser, and the riser I got is the Kurt Euro mount It is a solid piece, and it raises it up about 4 5/8 inches, and it goes from a 1.5 to a 2-inch ball, which is a big deal for the this, because this is a 2-inch. And that's what I got as far as safety chains and stuff. It just wraps just like that, and yeah, straightforward after you get these two pieces worked out. And I have locks on everything just because I like to have locks on. Yep.